Like, we're just sitting there having an interview. This light comes on. You heard noises. You found a shadow figure which was heading towards this. And I don't have a good feeling from down there. And I don't want to say anything negative.
Those at the end there are landmines.
What?
Like, I had my hand on there and it felt like somebody put their hand on mine and it was really, really cold. About 5 minutes later, this happened.
Welcome to Brian's Paranormal Travels.
Okay, so we are at Château Montmagner. Now, you may or may not know this chateau. It had a really incredible experience. It's filmed here in one of the rooms, and it went absolute crazy viral. And it involves a chair actually moves, but not just a chair. Another object on a bed also moved. So I talked to Lisa right here and asked her if I could come and film in her wonderful and beautiful chateau. The chateau is absolutely beautiful. There's the tower. It's a staircase that goes up, and it goes along, and the rooms are actually right up there. And now, I stayed here last night, and I haven't told Lisa or her husband about this yet, but when we were in the room, before, there was other people here as well, but before they got here, I was in the bathroom just washing my face, and I heard someone knock on the door. So I said, "Come in." And there was more knocks. And I was like, "Come in." And so I went to the door and I moved it open. She wasn't there. And there was a second door that goes into the kitchen. I opened that. She wasn't there. So I'm like, what's going on? And how do you feel about that, Lisa?
Well, we've had a lot of guests. Obviously, the rooms are all for guests, so we don't sleep in those rooms. And we've had a lot of experiences being told to us from the guests. Even some that after the video went viral about the paranormal activity, then contacted us and said, well, we didn't like to tell you this, but this happened while we was in the room, and that happened while I was in the room. A lot of it is knocking on doors, and we have experienced a lot of that, especially down in the salon area on the ground floor.
Okay.
More so before we started renovating, or when we was, in the midst of renovating. And we would be in there of a night in front of the fire, and we'd get a really loud, and it's not a light knock, it's a bang, 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 bang on the front door. Now, the door is obviously way down here, and the gate is way at the top of the land, and the gate is always shut. And it used to be locked. We had a padlock on it before when we were
Which
renovating.
gate is this? The gate right over?
Gate right at the very top.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So obviously nobody can get in, bash on the door like that, and get back out.
Right.
In time. And we'd open the door. The dogs would go mad because it would be a loud bang. They'd go mad. Somebody's at the door, and we'd open it, and there was nobody there. And this happened on quite a lot of occasions, didn't it? One thing we do get a lot of is a figure walking past that window towards the door and towards the tower.
Which window?
The salon window.
Where you guys?
Where we are.
Where you are.
The
okay,
room,
passing
kitchen.
Outside or passing inside?
Outside.
Outside.
Figures. And so many people sit there and go, "Who's that?" And we do it all the time. We go, "Oh." And because it happens so many times, and it's a figure walking past a man, it looks like, to me, I always think it looks like a man towards the tower.
Yeah, genderless as when I
really like a shadow figure.
Yeah,
almost
like it's almost sometimes it's just a feeling, and you get that all the time. Mm-hmm. Somebody's looking at me, or this and the other, and then there is a genuine passing of something either way, doesn't matter which way. But you'll go past the window, who's that? And then you'll look, and if either of us are not in the room, we think it's the other person. Then you realise the other person comes out of another room.
Oh.
And you think, And it's kind of got to the point where you just don't think about it, do you?
We're just used to it now.
You're so
yeah.
used to it, yeah. So,
Wow.
yeah, but that happens a lot.
But the knocking,
Yeah.
we get a lot of that.
A lot of activity I've had. A lot of activity, well, at least 2 occasions, has been staircase activity. Yeah.
The tower right here.
Steps on the stairs.
Okay.
Footsteps on the stairs.
So when you talk like from the gate, the red gate over there,
Yep.
and then coming down
We
here,
get a figure, so when we're sitting inside the window,
okay,
we get a figure coming past the window towards the tower door.
okay. I just want to show the window.
Yeah.
Okay, the window is right here, and the dog wants to go with me. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so right here,
Yep.
and then walking somewhere over here,
Towards the tower door.
towards
So
the tower. So you think it's going in the tower?
yeah. The other activity that we've had a lot of is footsteps and talking on the tower stairs. So a lot of our guests say to us, "Oh, did you come up last night?" We
Okay.
say no. And so our last guest,
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yelp and Alberta.
yeah.
So we had some guests come to stay, and he had got up he said it was about 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
He couldn't sleep, and he was in the salon area in your room, and he said to me, he said, "Oh, did you come up last night, in the middle of the night?" So I said no. He said there were footsteps. He said I came out. Alberta was in the bedroom. I came into the salon, sat on the bed, and he said I was just messing around with my phone, looking at playing games or something. He said, and then I heard footsteps on the tower. He said, and then they shuffled and stopped outside the door. And
Really?
he said, I just sort of sat there and listened, waiting, thinking that you was going to knock on my door. And he said there was no knock. He said, then these shuffling footsteps sort of went away. He said, so I quickly ran and opened the door, and there was nobody there.
I am
And,
totally getting chills off that. And I'm
so-
about to tell you another story from last night that's very similar to that. So here's the thing. Ted and Lisa and myself, we don't really know each other that well. But what I can tell you right now is we haven't discussed any of this so far together, correct?
No.
Nothing. So when I told you just a moment ago about the knocks on the door, the bathroom door, they didn't know anything about that. And then they started telling me the history of the building with knocks. Now, they just told me something that is really, really interesting about the figure, but then that the guest thought that Lisa came upstairs, but Lisa did not go upstairs. So now I have to tell them something because it is kind of, I'm not creeped out, but I'm a little weirded out because I thought the same thing. I'm going to tell you guys what happened. Okay, so because I'm going to see your expressions, but you're probably used to this, it seems like, this kind of
We are,
stuff.
yeah.
So, okay. Last night, I know that I heard footsteps outside the room from the kitchen to the next room. Okay, so I heard those footsteps. I said I just heard footsteps, and I guess the other people are going up, and they were sitting right there. They were sitting right there, on right there. They were sitting right there. I can't get over this, and so I went ahead and I opened the door, and I called your name, right? And this was, I think this was before that I asked you about the fuse box. Okay, and yeah, did you just hear that? Oh, you know what that was?
Up the top there.
No, not pigeons, but I just heard a knock up there.
Yeah.
I heard a knock at the top, but I see lizards up there, but I don't think they
Yeah.
can make that much noise, could they?
No, lizards won't. But we have had pigeons nesting.
But
there.
there's no
They're
pigeons up
nesting
there
in the
right
barn
now.
'cause you can hear them.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, there's
But
no
I don't
pigeon.
think pigeons make footsteps on the stairs. Like that.
No. But I just heard genuinely as
I
we're
heard it not,
talking.
yeah,
I hope
I
it's
heard
on the
it.
video. This microphone may not have gotten that.
I heard it as well, and we have had guests that sit in this area and say they hear knocking on this window.
That's exactly what that
Yeah.
was just now. I hope this is on video. Wow, that's pretty incredible already, and we're just talking.
There is another doorway into the laundry room. So that would mean that they would all often, in times past, in the 1600s, in the wintertime, all the animals would come inside and the family would live with the animals because of warmth.
Oh.
So they get the more bodies you've got in a place,
The more ticks you got.
Fair point.
So what is that light that just came on in there?
So that's
that's the boot room.
Yeah, did the light just come on?
Yep.
Did it? That's a motion censored light. And yesterday when I walked in there, you have to walk properly into the room for it to come on.
Yeah. Okay, so nobody's in there.
No.
There's a motion detecting light in there, and that light...
Where's the other doll?
She's on the sofa.
She's on the
I
sofa.
just saw her curling up on the sofa and thought...
Yeah, and the door's closed, so the dogs can't go in.
Yeah, well,
No.
that's it. Tower door shut. So if the
Yeah.
tower door shut.
The tower door's shut.
Yeah,
So we have proof just sitting right here.
So that is the room where we had our first
Paranormal experience?
paranormal experience with the on camera that we caught.
Oh.
And that's where I'd set up a camera and in the middle of the night, I think it was about 2:30 in the morning or
Yeah, the
something.
dog's right there.
The light comes on, and the camera I used is a motion sensor camera, isn't it? So the light comes on, and the door opens. There's nobody there, and then the camera moves. Like the angle of the camera just moves away, and then a shadow comes across it, and then nothing.
Oh, was that also in the video?
That was
A
the
shadow?
That was the first
one,
video,
yeah,
yeah.
the
That we,
first.
and it was
And I think this
because of
prompted
that.
so much
It
talk
was
Okay.
about go do more.
Okay,
Yeah.
that
This
shadow.
is
Okay,
why-
because
this is why
I knew
this
you
is-
mentioned a shadow, but I don't think I've seen that video. So maybe you could point
and it
that
was
video
after
out
that
to me.
one that everyone commented, so we said, all right, we'll set the cameras up and leave them.
Okay.
And
See what
because
happens.
the CDA was, we went back in our sort of memory banks and thought, yes, we've had several guests have said there's been issues. When we were doing the TV show that we were on, the British TV show we were on, there was an incident that I had on, with a child's footsteps on the stairs. That's guttering.
That's guttering.
Stuff-
Something's in the guttering.
Something,
I can hear the
something's up the
guttering.
top. You can hear it. Just, yeah.
Okay.
It's
Alrighty
marvellous, isn't
then.
it? I tell you, it's him. It's him. It's like they say.
We're just having an interview. And the thing about it is there have been noises. Whoa, it just went down. And
down a hole.
voices
A
over
hole.
there. The light came on inside. There's a motion detecting light. I know this camera was pointing in that direction, but I'm gonna get up real quick. So this light came on while we were talking, and in this room, it's a motion detecting light. There's no one in there. There's no reason for that light to come on. She has on video a shadow figure going through there. Is that correct?
The door opens on its own, and the light comes on. The door opens on its own, and then something moves the camera.
Okay.
And the shadow comes past. Now we went to bed about midnight,
Yeah.
so this would be about 2:30. This happens. Now you heard the latch go off the door.
Yeah.
And that's the light coming on.
The motion sensor light.
Yeah.
Bloody hell, what? There's shadow there.
Yeah.
Yes, I can see a shadow moving across it.
Yeah. Keep watching.
Oh my God. What?
So here's the thing. When I was filming and the camera was pointed directly at it, here's the chilling part. I could have sworn as that light came on that the window had, like, I don't know if you call it a blackout or something. I don't know that I would call it a oh, God, I'm not so sure about all this now.
The light's gone off now. So.
Oh, okay, good. Let me show you.
Back on.
We're going to go in. She's going to tell us about the paranormal hotspots, things that have happened in the chateau. And then after I'm done setting up, they're going to leave me alone, and I'm going to have these locations all to myself, and we're going to see what happens, if anything. Alrighty.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Am I ready? I don't know. Okay.
Okay, so this is obviously the tower. This is where everybody hears the footsteps and there's talking in here. But this is the boot room where you saw the light come on. So
Right.
you will see, as I step in, the light comes on.
Okay.
The boot room, we call it the
So
boot room.
this is the light that came on just a
So
moment
this
ago.
is the light, yeah.
Okay.
So this is motion sensor. This is the door. Now you can see this is a heavy oak door.
Mm-hmm.
This is the door that opened on its own, and you could see that nothing was there. Nothing was in this room. The camera was here, and it was pointing to a hole up here. This thing, it may be coming out here. So I put a camera up to see if I could catch it.
And
to
would
prove
you?
to Ted. And the footage we caught was the light coming on, this door opening on its own with nobody standing there. And the camera was on a tripod here, and the camera, not the tripod, just the camera angle moves.
Oh.
So so it's not like it's been knocked over by anything. The tripod, it's just the camera angle moves down to this side, and then a shadow comes past. Now I didn't actually even notice the shadow. It was our viewers that said, "Did you see that shadow?" And when we looked back, we then saw the shadow.
Wow.
And it is a human sort of shape. So there's what they call a cave in France.
Right,
It's
a
a base.
cave.
It's kind of a basement. Is where they would have kept wine and things like that.
Do you keep anything down there?
No.
No. You don't use it at all?
No.
Why?
Yeah,
you
that's
never know.
kind of what the Oxford University archaeologists said to us, was that the cave would have been places where you might find body parts.
Yeah.
I guess
And
that's kind
that
of why we went, well, leave it alone.
Yeah, and that kind of explains a lot more. Like, we're just sitting there having an interview. This light comes on. You heard noises. You thought it was a mouse. You found a shadow figure which was heading towards this. And I don't have a good feeling from down there, and I don't want to say anything negative. Okay, so where are we going now?
Right, so if we go upstairs, and then I'll take you, obviously, all the apartments upstairs, I'll take you into the apartment where we've had the most activity that's been told to us.
Okay. Alrighty. Okay.
So this is the chair that moved, and quite violently, and
Yeah, it did.
kicked against the table.
Yes.
Now, it's a heavy. Well, you feel it.
Can I? Yeah. Oh my. And wow,
heavy
that's
chair.
hard to move.
Yeah. So
Wow.
a lot
Sorry,
of people said you
folks.
had string round that.
Yeah, that's what they're always going to
A
say.
piece of string is not going to move a chair like that.
Not-
In the force.
Wow,
that it was
that's a
moved.
folk. Okay, so I can verify what she's saying is I just tried to move that chair with one hand and I could not do it.
Now, sadly, we don't have timestamps on our cameras, but going by Susie's estimation of the length of the videos, and obviously she's condensed these so you don't see all of the stuff where nothing happens, but the lights went out, came back on, and went out and came back on again around 4:20. About 5 minutes later, this happened. Now you see in all 4 cameras, the chair moves. But then something else happens. See if you can catch it, because I didn't at first.
That's a heavy, heavy chair. That's
Yeah.
robust.
Yeah.
So that's anyways, but I don't think that's the case, because when I watched that video back, the way it hit the table
Yeah.
was like really strong.
Yeah.
That's something that is scary, to be honest with you. From my opinion, something to have that kind of power, to be able to move something that powerfully.
Yeah. The only other sort of bit of violent activity we had was we had two guests. Carsten and his son was here. Carsten was in the bathroom. His son was laying on the bed, and he was laying face down with the pillow on his phone. And with this bed, he said it felt like somebody had kicked it that violently, bang. And he said, I went, Dad, stop it. And his dad was in the bathroom, and he said, I turned around, the door was shut, he was in the bathroom. He said, so I got up and opened the door and said, what do you think you're playing at? His dad said, what are you talking about? He said, kicking the bed like that. And Carson said, I've been in here, I haven't done anything. I haven't even been out. But he said it was so violent
It shook him,
that it shook the bed.
Yeah, it shook him out. It wasn't just that.
It was
He said it was like somebody had kicked him.
Kicked the bed. It actually shook him, so it was like
Wow.
somebody had banged the bed.
So you told me another story yesterday. You started telling me about someone you know that would be in here talking to somebody.
So my grandson,
Okay.
When he comes to stay, him and my daughter stay in this room all the time. And,
You let them stay in this
I
room.
do let them stay in this room. They love this room. And the first time that he came, we'd bought him a little farm set to play with, and he was up here on his own, and we had a cameraman that was filming for the channel, the British television programme that we did, and he came up, and the door was just open a crack, so he sort of put his camera in and was filming Edward, and then he came down, he said, you've got to come and look at this, come and look at this. So we came up and we sort of watched through, and he was sitting on the bed here, like this.
Your grandson.
My grandson, with his things, and he was playing with his things, and then he kept looking up and talking to somebody, and then he kept like going like this, and then he kept like talking to them, and then he was playing, and then we kind of opened the door, we made a noise, and he sort of went like this, and then he stopped, and we sort of said, oh, who are you playing with? He just, my friend, like this, and because he's very shy, my grandson,
Right.
and then he wouldn't say any more about it, so
Oh,
it was very strange, because as we watched him, it was like he was talking to somebody and he was playing with somebody that none of us could see.
Can we try something real quick? Okay, so just want to try something while we're in here. To let you know, I don't think that there's any kind of language barrier in the afterlife. I believe that the afterlife, they can speak any language, because we, as mortals, we like to put our limitations on everything else.
Yeah.
Like if we're limited, they have to be limited.
Yeah.
But I don't think in the afterlife that there is a language. I don't think there is. I think they can just communicate, and it's not the spoken language. And that when we speak any language, they can understand the same way as they can understand just about anything. And a lot of mediums, and that talk to the dead, so to speak, believe that too, and that's what they say. And I'm a firm believer of that. Why you and I can't turn invisible. So, but obviously, if there are spirits or ghosts, they are invisible.
Yeah.
So we shouldn't put our limitations on them. So just to put that out of the way, because I'm going to try something, if that's okay with you. Is it okay if I try something while you're in here?
Of course it is, yeah.
Okay. So if there is someone in here, an entity, a spirit, or a family member that once was here, if you're here, we would like to know that. Could you let us know in some way? Maybe you could speak, and this device in my hand could pick up your voice, or the device in his hand could pick up your voice. Could you speak, or could you move something? Could you make a noise for us while we're all in here? You can use our energy. Can you move this chair that you moved so powerfully Could you move it again? Are you here with us right now? Okay, that was a little strange. My camera tried to focus on something by the bed, by where that little, what do you call it? The shrunk. Okay, so my camera like focused in and out, and that's the first time it's done that since we've been doing this. Are you here with us right now? Is that you? Could you ask something in French? Just anything? Just make a noise, or are you here with us? Like I said, I don't believe there's a language, but let's ask him anyways.
Ici, pouvez-vous me donner un signe?
Are you shy? Okay, did you two just hear that? Could you do that again, please? You don't have to be shy. We believe in you. Okay, thank you. I'm not sure. It would have been next to you. Did you hear something right over here?
I didn't hear anything.
You didn't hear anything?
No.
Okay.
I didn't hear anything, and I wasn't breathing. Thank goodness that I can breathe again.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I literally didn't breathe.
yeah, I don't know whether anything happened, but I did my camera, and we'll see that on the footage because it did focus in and focus out. But I could have sworn I heard something over from this area, from whatever that is. It looks like
We do get a lot of times where, because we're filming, camera angles will just go.
Yeah, we've had that.
And do you remember in there, it was when I was renovating, when I was painting in the reading room.
Yeah.
And the camera,
Oh, yeah.
I had pointed at me, and then the camera just kept turning away.
Like somebody
And I don't have one like you. Mine is static camera. It doesn't.
Right.
It doesn't follow. It's just in an angle, and it would move, and then it would move back again, and then it would move like to the side. And when I look back at the footage, I was like, "Do you remember me? This is a long time ago." And I said to him, "What's going on? My camera keeps moving."
that is really, really wild. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue the tour. Sorry, I just wanted to see if something would happen while we were in here together. You're in here, aren't you?
Just be careful of your head.
Oh my goodness, you ain't lying. Sorry, I just wanted to give it a moment to see if it wanted. That's the Templar sign, right?
Sign, yeah.
Right.
Now I've never experienced anything in here, but other than the camera moving in here. But this is where lots of people, when they're sitting out there, say there was tapping at the window.
And when we were sitting out there,
There was a tap
at the window.
So yeah, but I've personally never experienced anything in here. But this is just kind of a walkthrough. This isn't a room that we really spend much time. We do have, we have things out. We try to keep things that we've found in the chateau. And these paintings were done by one of the people that used to live here. And this was her paint pot. So that's why we kind of have it out.
Those themselves could become trigger objects if her spirit is still here.
Yeah, I guess
That is
so
one of the beliefs.
These lanterns, these are coach lanterns.
Okay. Yeah.
And they were the first lanterns that were ever made for towers. I looked it up. I've got all this sort of information because it's got the maker's name and everything.
Mm-hmm.
They were made in Paris, and they were actually. They used to make coach lanterns, and then
used to make
mining lanterns, yeah, and then coach lanterns, and then they made lanterns like this for towers. So these would have originally been in the tower, and we've sort of put them up in here. But it's things like that we've tried to keep the original things that we've found here to try to keep it as authentic as possible.
And who's this? Do we know?
I don't know. It's just another one that we found here.
Oh, okay. Maybe family?
Maybe. Everything that's sort of up is ones that we've found.
Okay. Nice. And the books, you found all the books here as well.
Yeah. We've got lots of them upstairs.
Oh, wow.
Oh.
Did the fuse blow again?
Maybe the light's not going. Go and check.
We've had a little technical difficulty. The electricity in this room is not working. But we had technical difficulty last night too.
We did.
Yeah.
And that's, I've never had, so the weirdest thing is, both those fuse boxes, the same switch went on your apartment and the apartment next door, and they were both the heater ones. Nothing else, just both the heater ones have been switched down.
Oh.
Because before you asked me, that's why I went to look exactly what it was. The next door apartment said to me, the heating switch isn't working, the heating's not working. And I couldn't get it working, so I went to the fuse box and it was down. So I lifted it up, and then when you said to me, I checked yours. Now that is really weird. I've never had that. They don't
So both
flick
of us.
here.
Yeah.
And they don't go off here because we have a main switch up the top bar that if anything goes, it would be that one. Wow. So that is very strange that both heating switches switched off.
We're not at the same time.
Yeah.
That is wild.
There
Jesus
you go.
Christ. That kind of freaked me out right
There you
there.
go.
But that's just him working the fuse boxes. Okay. Nothing paranormal, folks. That's just him working the fuse box. But the thing is, we don't know why the fuses are playing.
Yeah. Why they're being switched off, because they don't, and that never happens. So it's never happened. So this room, I don't know. Because this room has never been slept in yet. This is newly renovated.
Oh, new. Okay.
It's newly renovated, and so this will be open to the public from next week. So it'll be the first time.
Okay.
So we haven't got any experiences in here.
It's
because
beautiful,
we kind of
though.
haven't got anything to go by. Nobody's really been
Stayed in here yet.
So the furniture is all old furniture that has either been found here or bought from Bracons, like the chairs, the wardrobes, everything. This in here, this was an old bed, and Ted made it into a day bed.
Nice.
This is an old commode, and so this is the commode that you said you felt.
I have that same vibe right now.
Yeah.
Somebody's like right next to you, sitting in the chair. That's just a vibe I have. I don't know whether it's accurate or not, but is there somebody here with us? Are you sitting in the chair?
No.
Did you feel something, or just you wanted to walk away? Is there somebody here in the chair? Is that your chair?
It felt like somebody touched my hand, but I think it's got to be my imagination. That.
Okay.
That can't be.
No?
It's got to be my imagination.
Are you here? We'd love to know if you're here or not. Could you show us? I'm sorry, I don't mean to scare you. I just have that vibe that somebody's in the chair. Is it your chair? Do you own it? Do you want us to be here? Can you make a noise? Can you move something? Okay. I just had the vibe somebody's there.
It did actually feel like somebody touched because I had my
You
hand,
did jerk away pretty close.
Like I had my hand on there, and it felt like somebody put their hand on mine, and it was really, really cold. But I don't know if that's just my imagination going wild.
It could be, but I really feel like somebody is there. And I wish that somebody would somehow just let us know you're here. You see the curtains behind you? You could move them. You could knock on the chair. Do you have that kind of energy? Are you happy to be here? Is this your home? Okay. I haven't heard anything, but
No.
I like that too, that little dresser right there. It's very interesting.
It's a sewing box.
It's a sewing box.
Yeah.
An original. Come on now.
If there was somebody that likes the chair, because I love that chair.
So I just want you to know that the homeowners, which you probably already know, are very happy with this chateau and they love it. And you're welcome here and they feel very comfortable being here and they think that you should continue to be as you are. But we would really like to know if you're in here. Are you flickering that light on intentionally? Is that you? Could you flick another light? Otherwise, we're going to think that light is defective. But actually, when it first started flickering, it was this one that flickered, the lamp. And now it's over there. So what's next?
Do you want to go to the attic?
Let's go to the attic.
I just want to make sure you're in.
Yeah. Wow, this is like really
This is
challenging. Okay.
down here. We have one part of the attic. It's a small attic, but it's kind of one we never go in. Yeah, we just never go down there. It's quite dark and dingy. And then this is the big attic.
It's nice and warm in here.
Yeah.
It's
Now-
strange how this one is so warm, but that one we were just looking at is so cold.
Yeah.
So here, let me see
So-
this real quick. There you go.
So in here, we again were filming for the television program, and we just had the roof renewed here, and it was completely clear. None of this was here. It's completely clear, and there was all the old predecessor stuff chucked over here, and we was doing some filming this side where it was completely clear, and then we went downstairs. And what happens with the filming is you tend to do interviews up here. We go down, the cameraman will come back and do close-ups of what we've been talking about.
Right.
And we would have been talking about the roof,
Okay.
and that the new roof had been done. And it was late November. So I then said, during that interview, I said, well, now that's done, we need to start thinking about getting the Christmas decorations out and get the Christmas decorations up. When John came back up to do the close-ups, in the middle of the floor here was a load of old, broken baubles that we'd never seen before, so we don't know where they'd come from. But they were in a tiny little pile just in the middle of the floor, as if somebody had placed them there for us.
No shit.
Yeah, and he came down, he said, you've got to come up and see this. So we came up, and he said, are you playing tricks on me? And we were like, no, we've all been downstairs, we've never seen them before. And so we played back the footage that he'd taken to make sure that we hadn't missed it.
Right.
And there was nothing there. And then when he came back up,
There was a pile of broken bulbs.
all broken sort of, and cracked up, very old baubles. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Sort of, like
So
the
was
old
it in the
castle.
original footage when you guys were up here doing
No,
the interview?
No.
It wasn't.
Completely clear, and there was none of this here then,
Yeah,
because
'cause
we'd
we'd
cleared
covered-
it all and put
So there
everything
was
over
nothing
this
up
side.
here except for.
Over this side there was stuff.
Okay.
And there was in when we eventually
Like
cleared-
something wanted to help you
Yeah.
prepare for Christmas.
Yeah. And in the corner there was a Christmas tree that had a cover.
Oh.
Let that go
It
past.
has
There was, in the corner there was a Christmas tree that had a cover over the top of it. A very old
Wow.
Christmas tree.
Actual pine tree?
No, and it was like a fake one.
Oh, okay.
But it was, dust covered in it. But then another area we just found a few more of these baubles and some old Christmas decorations. And we said, well, that must have been where it came from. But that was right at the back corner over there.
Wow.
And if you'd have seen, this was literally piled high of You know, I can send you a picture of what this was like before we cleared it out.
I believe you.
Crazy.
Just a lot of work.
Just a little bit unrelated. Those at the end there are landmines.
What?
Landmines.
Why are they still here?
Because nobody dares to pick them up and move them.
We have told the gendarme. Apparently, the gendarme are supposed to come from La Rochelle to pick up any unexploded ordnance. And, but they are. I think they're shells. I've had a little poke about in them.
We have been informed that they
are
who was it?
deactivated.
Somebody said no, they're not. We don't think they're active.
But they're old. Yeah, they're old.
It was old military, but yeah.
But they've got the little trigger switches on them somewhere. They've got little wires. Yeah. Look,
No. Stay away from them. I see them. Stay away. Stay away. That is scary. I mean, if something can move a chair.
Yeah.
What is over here? Wow, that's freaky.
So.
Did you move them there, or were they there the whole time?
What's that?
The
No, they
mammoth.
were there the whole time. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. These are old pictures that we found here. They're not old, but these ones. But this, we have lots of pictures of this little girl here, and we don't know
Who she is.
and whether she lived here or whether it's just pictures that have accumulated here from like family or.
That's kind of a spooky picture.
But we've got lots of pictures of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got one that she looks very, very cross. Like she definitely
always looks like that in the
definitely
pictures,
doesn't want to have her picture.
I'll have to try and find the other one.
Yeah, because
it's
she
great.
looks insightful, but like intense, right?
It's not taken outside of here, is it?
No.
Wow, that is something else.
Yeah, it doesn't say on it.
No.
Wow.
Never do.
That is spooky.
And then we've got the other photo album we found.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you have a spinning wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is a thought that maybe I'll
So
get around
there
to
she
putting
is.
it back together.
There she is again.
That's the picture. That's the big picture. We've got a larger version of that, but she just looks so. She looks
Yeah,
so cross, doesn't she?
Let me see if I can get
She
it good.
looks so cross.
Okay, so thank you. These are the trigger objects, letters that were upstairs in the attic. This was a letter to. Do we know who the letter was to?
No. The problem with these letters are they're written in old French language, so even the French today
And
can't
this
translate
paper
them.
feels very, very thick too.
Yeah.
So that's old.
This is very old, yes.
Okay, so what if we put this on the table?
So this was some sort of agreement, because you've got two lots of signatures here. So, and the Markle family were throughout history were notaires.
Okay.
So lawyers, notaires.
Right.
And so we have quite a few old documents like this that have two signatures on. So it would have been some form of agreement between two people, and that's why you've got the two signatures.
Okay,
So,
that makes sense.
so
So let's go ahead and leave that on the table. And then we have the Chinon for people watching. I recently filmed at Chinon. It's near Orleans. This is also the location was owned by King Henry II and then later his son, King Richard the Lionheart. And it's also where Joan of Arc met the Charles, the Dauphin, who eventually became King of France. So it's a very, very important castle. It's a very important castle. And so this is a postcard from Chinon. Do we know who this is from?
Well, we know who it's to, which is Madame Marie Philippon.
And she was the owner here?
We
So
think it's a very
Philippon
important family in
is
this
a very
area.
important family in Arnac, La Poste, which is what we come under. It's the oldest family of Arnac La Poste,
Okay.
the Philippon family.
And so where
And
was
this
this
is-
found, this postcard? In the attic?
Up in the attic.
And it's the 23rd of August 1919.
1919 from
1919.
Chinon.
So we're going to now leave Brian here. and you're going to spend the night on your own
Yes.
on this floor and perhaps down in the cave, and going to have a wander and see if you come up with anything. Yeah.
Yes, I'm very excited about this. I'm also makes me nervous. I don't know if it's the formality of us going through the whole thing and doing this
Yeah.
interview. It's been an awesome interview. I think it'll have to be its own video, to be honest with you. And then after that video, go into the actual investigation and my experience in these rooms. Hopefully, we're able to catch something on camera. Whether I do or not, I'm already excited and just happy to be here.
Good. Well, we're
Yeah.
happy to have you here. We'll leave you to it, and we'll see you in the morning.
Okay, that sounds ominous, but yeah.
Fingers crossed for you.
Thank you. Have a wonderful night.
Whispers in the dark, secrets untold, through haunted forests, castles old, from shadows deep, the mystery calls, Brian's paranormal travels. Spirits rise.